Hey there, it is Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Radcliffe.
Hey, we love talking to the folks at Mount Pisgah Methodist, Johns Creek. We've got Pastor Michael Jordan there. If you're watching Facebook Live, YouTube Live, he is the missions pastor there. Pastor, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Well, I am doing very, very well. It's good to talk to you. You and I, before we went live, we're talking a little bit about what's coming up this Sunday. It's called Together. And I asked you, I said, well, is that everybody's getting together or is it called that or both? And you said both. And it's really cool. I don't know that I've ever heard this before. You're bringing the Hispanic community in that normally meet by themselves right there. And then the Indian community as well. Everybody together. And this is the second one that you've had. So let's talk about this one. Tell us all about it and what's coming up.
Okay, so this Sunday at 11 a.m., we have only one worship service that day. So all the different congregations that normally meet on Sunday, sometimes in different rooms, we are all coming together and we worship as one church, one worship, one spirit. The actual worship service is going to have three different languages in it. And the best way I can describe it is this is a reflection of the community that we live in. We think it's relatively unique, but we'll open up with a Spanish song with dancers, and there's all kinds of energy in the room. And through the course of it, we will get an opportunity to worship together, just like one day it'll be in heaven where every nation and every tongue is worshiping him. So it is a bit unique. It's a normal worship service, but it is being done in three different languages.
Now you did that. This is the second one, as you and I talked about. The first one, you must have gotten a lot of positive feedback from it. What did the other communities say? The Indian community, Hispanic community, about coming together. What was it that they said about it?
Well, I think if nothing else, it starts with just inclusion. We had this perspective of, we want to break down the barriers in our community and go out and serve our community. So why don't we start with breaking all those barriers down within our own church?
Yeah.
And they were so excited. We had a couple of us English speakers try to sing in Tamil and Spanish, but there was an energy in the room that day that we probably haven't seen in quite a while, especially in the COVID period. That was the most people we'd had in the sanctuary, and it literally came alive that day.
Now, the folks that were singing Hispanic, and did you say Tamil? Now, did they have a clue what they were singing, or did they have like a phonics on the screen and they were like, okay, well, I'll try this? How'd that work for you guys?
Well, it was a bit complicated, but one of the things that we did is every verse that was being sung on the side monitors and in the center is we translated those. So whenever English was being sung, you could see Tamil and Spanish. And when it was being sung in Tamil, we would see English and Spanish together. So it was really a way just to make everybody included and part of the worship service.
We're talking with Pastor Michael Jordan. He is the missions pastor there at Mount Pisgah Methodist in Johns Creek. At what point did you have like a 2022 or 2021, 2022, and you're like, okay, what can we do to break down some barriers? And, folks had ideas. How did this all come about for you guys? Did you have the idea, or who was it?
Well, no, it actually came out of our leadership team. And what we were doing is we were sitting back as there's so many different things we're involved in church, but people have a tendency to stay in their lanes, right? I mean, you could have asked me anything about missions and I can tell you. There's so much more going on. So it was really an attempt to try to find something that everyone could kind of join into. But at the same time, the big part of it was, how do we reach out and bring the gospel and bring the love of Jesus into the community and break down those barriers so we can create relationships and make it easy and to not wait for them to come to church, okay, but for us to go out into the community. So it just started from this concept of that's where we want to get. We want to be out in the community. And we just sat back and said, well, why don't we break down all the barriers that exist on Sunday morning, and they come together as one. It also has a service component to it. This time we will be collecting medications that are going to Venezuela.
Hmm.
There's 4 Wesleyan medical centers in Venezuela, and this year they will ship about 30 crates of 10,000 pounds of meds. So we're collecting those OTC meds and bringing them in. And then the last big part is just fellowship together. We will have lunch afterwards, and we're expecting a lot of people that will come, and we really want people to sit and be with each other and get to know someone that they may not otherwise spend time with or they're engaged with. So it's a combination of worship, service, and fellowship.
Now I'm going to step out on a limb here. You're going to have not just American food, but I would assume you'd have Mexican food, Hispanic food, wherever, and also Indian food all together. That'd be awesome.
Well, on this particular one, we're not, because the interesting part is we're trying to feed a lot of people on Sunday. And the last time we did this, more people showed up than we expected. So we want to move a little bit faster. But the next one, as we move out, we absolutely intend on having Indian food, and our Spanish-speaking congregation, they'll provide the food for the entire congregation and the people in the community.
See, Rick's a man after my own heart. I was immediately, when you said lunch, I thought, oh, we're going to have like a world buffet here. This is my kind of thing. But I understand if you have a lot of people, hamburgers and hot dogs are a lot easier to cook than a bunch of other stuff, probably. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. So, what other kind of things you guys have going on, mission-wise and community-wise, there at Mount Pisgah?
Well, there's a variety of things. There's been some new ministries that started in the past year. One of them is called Sunday Supper, where we go out once a month and into the community, and we have supper with a community that otherwise would not be coming to church. There's a variety of other things. This weekend as part of our Together event. We're having a Pisgah Fosters Weekend, where we give foster parents an opportunity to take a morning off and go and do whatever they want. Wow. We're also having a Share Your Faith in the Secular World. We're having a gathering on that to try to help us, be more intentional how we take conversations from the secular world to the gospel. So it's meant to be an opportunity for the entire weekend for us to come together and find ways to serve together.
That's so cool. Pastor Michael Jordan, missions pastor there at Mount Pisgah. And what a great event. I love this. Who knows? There may be more, because this sounds so cool. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm sure somebody's doing it, but I'd never heard of this. I was like, wow. This is really cool. Good on you guys, because like you said, it's easy to stay. Hey, listen, I like to be in my own comfortable lane. Mm-hmm. When it starts getting a little prickly, it's like, wait a minute, mm-hmm. you're messing it up. But yeah. I think this is so good, so cool. So check it out. MountPisgah.org is the place to go to. And of course, visitors are welcome. If anybody's welcome there at Mount Pisgah together for this Sunday. Or anytime. I think you said what, the 11 a.m. service?
Yes, 11 a.m. this Sunday.
Awesome. We love it. Well, Pastor, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys, and we'd love to get back with you just to kind of say, hey, how'd it go? You'll probably get more people than you expect, like you did before. So, but I think that's a great thing as we continue to move forward in 2022. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.